So we're in one of the bedrooms, and I've noticed this is a picture of Mrs. King,
Right.
but as a younger woman. I would assume a younger married woman there.
Yes,
And
very definitely.
yeah, and these are of Mary Ann.
Mary Ann, right.
Okay.
This was Mary Ann's room when she moved back from Atlanta.
Okay.
And it remained her room until she died. Then Joseph moved in here so that he would be closer to Virginia, who was over in the room, had taken up residence over in the room that was prepared for him by Mrs. King with the outside door.
And over here are photographs and some paraphernalia of Joseph from his service in the United States Army. This is his service cap.
That's correct.
And a history of the combat regiment that he was in, the 104th Infantry, a service medal. But in September of 1944, Joseph was shipped, landed in Normandy. Of course, that area was clear by then. And he joins Patton's Third Army that's making a southern pincer move going east, out of eastern France into Switzerland. And Joseph was part of that effort, that successful effort to relieve the surrounded American army.
I never heard him mention his combat service.
Yeah, that's very...
Unless somebody else brought it up,
Yeah.
and then he said very, very little.
Yeah, most combat veterans of any war will rarely talk about it. Is that Easter?
That's Easter Lily. It is.
This room is Easter Lily's room, and there are a couple of photographs of her. So she's in civil service at that time.
Yes.
Okay. Now here, okay, now who is this?
That's Virginia.
Okay.
It's Easter in Virginia.
Eastern Virginia, later in life.
That's when they lived in Phoenix.
Okay.
That has just been here probably since the Bishop and Mrs. King moved in.
Okay. This is the house, the room where Mrs. King invited Joseph to come back, and she'd put a door here for him and his own private steps, huh?
Correct. That is a picture of the Bishop and Mrs. King. Both just wonderful, wonderful people. And she's gorgeous, isn't she, in that picture? She was a lovely, elegant lady. On this wall over here is the parents of Bishop King. If anybody has any doubt, all they have to do is look at his mother, and he is so much like her. These two on either side of the piano are Mrs. King's. And my favorite picture of Joseph is the one on the piano over there, Joseph with his flute. He was such a talented musician.
Many of these things are things that Easter especially, but also Virginia collected in their travels. So some of the things here are from Japan.
I kind of think this was Mrs. King's favorite room, don't you?
It was. They very much liked to entertain. So Mrs. King, I believe, had this built in here to hold all her treasures that she collected.
This room speaks of the elegance of the family. Everybody, I guess, except Mary Ann, considered themselves to be gourmet cooks. They really loved serving guests meals in this dining room. This is a room that has been used for various things. Usually they called it the library or the office, depending on who was using it more at any given time. This is Bishop King's desk. over here where his portrait in the open Bible is. That was his desk that came from Falcon. Bishop King got a fall. Seems to me it was in Kentucky. He was getting off the train, is my understanding, and fell and was broken up considerably. These are homemade crutches that belonged to him from that time.
And then this desk has been in use for the family since the 40s.
See, I forget that you don't play these kinds of organs the way you do
You are amazing, lady.
electronic and
Wow.
piano. I guess one reason we have worked so hard in this house, my family's worked hard, is because of my roots in the Pentecostal Holiness Church. I've never known anything else in my entire lifetime and never intend to. And the historic value of this house as it relates to the church, to the denomination, I guess is the most important to me. And then it's important to me that this house be preserved in a more personal way because of the people who lived here. They were just elegant, intelligent, loving, wonderful people.